Have you ever heard a native English speaker say, "I really hit the jackpot with this job"? Or maybe, "I had my back against the wall last week"? These aren't literal phrases, they're idioms, and native speakers use them all the time when talking about success and failure. If you want to sound more natural and fluent in English, you need to learn these 7 expressions. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Daily English Edge. Today, we're looking at 7 American idioms about success and failure that you'll hear constantly in real conversations, in movies, and at work. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand exactly when and how to use these phrases, and you'll start sounding much more like a native English speaker. These are expressions that intermediate learners absolutely need to know if they want to communicate confidently in English. The first idiom is hit the jackpot. This means you've had great success or found something extremely valuable or lucky. You use this when something really good happens unexpectedly. For example, "I hit the jackpot when I found this apartment. It's beautiful, cheap, and close to my work." Or "Sarah really hit the jackpot by getting that promotion." The key here is that hitting the jackpot suggests luck or exceptional success, not just any success. You wouldn't say, "I hit the jackpot because you finished your homework on time." But if you got an amazing job offer, that's a jackpot moment. Next is have your back against the wall, or be backed against the wall. This idiom means you're in a difficult situation where you have very few choices, and you're forced to take action. You might be in trouble, in danger, or facing a serious problem. For example, the company had its back against the wall after losing their biggest client, so they had to make drastic changes. Or, "I was backed against the wall financially, so I had to ask my parents for help." This expression comes from the idea of being cornered in a physical fight. Your back is literally against the wall, and you have nowhere to run. In business or life, it means the same thing. You're in a tough spot and you need to act. The third idiom is pull yourself together. This means to regain your composure, control your emotions, or get yourself into a better mental state. Use this when someone is emotional, stressed, or not functioning well, and they need to calm down and take control. For example, "After the bad news, I needed an hour to pull myself together before I could face anyone." Or pull yourself together. You've got an important interview in 2 hours. You can also use it to encourage someone. "I know this is hard, but you need to pull yourself together and focus on the solution." It's a very common expression in English, and native speakers use it regularly when they or someone else needs to regain control. Number 4 is the bandyom. Come out on top. This means to win, to succeed, or to be the victor in a competition or difficult situation. When you come out on top, you've beaten the competition or overcome the challenge. For example, "After 3 years of hard work, our team came out on top and won the championship." Or, "In the end, the honest approach came out on top. It was the best decision." You can also say "come out ahead," which has a similar meaning. Come out on top specifically suggests winning or being the best, while come out ahead can also mean you've made a profit or gained something. Both expressions are positive and show success or victory. Our fifth idiom is go the distance. This means to see something through to completion, to keep going until you reach the finish line, or to persist in a difficult situation. It originally comes from boxing and sports, where going the distance means completing the entire fight or race. For example, "This relationship is serious. I think we can go the distance." Or, "The project was hard, but our team went the distance and delivered exactly what was promised." Go the distance is about commitment, persistence, and finishing what you started. It's often used positively to show that someone has the strength or determination to reach their goal. In life, in relationships, in work. Whenever you're talking about staying committed and reaching the end, go the distance is the perfect idiom. Number 6 is crash and burn. This is about failure, sudden, dramatic failure. When something crashes and burns, it fails completely and often publicly. You might crash and burn at a presentation, a business project, or a relationship. For example, the startup had a great idea, but they crashed and burned within 6 months because they ran out of money. Or, "My first attempt at public speaking was a disaster. I totally crashed and burned." The image here is violent and complete. Think of a plane crashing and burning. It suggests that the failure was total and there's nothing left standing. This is different from just failing quietly. Crash and burn means failing spectacularly. And finally, number 7, get back on track. This means to return to the right path after making mistakes, losing focus, or going in the wrong direction. After failure or a setback, you get back on track by refocusing on your goals and taking the right steps. For example, I was falling behind in my studies, but I made a plan and now I'm back on track. Or, the business had problems last year, but new management has got us back on track. This phrase is really valuable because it's optimistic. It suggests that failure or difficulty isn't permanent. You can always get back on track. It's used constantly in English when people are talking about recovery, improvement, and getting their life or project back in order. If you crash and burn, you need to get back on track. There you have it, 7 powerful American idioms about success and failure that will make you sound so much more natural when you speak English. Practice using these in your conversations, maybe with a language partner or tutor. The more you use them, the more automatic they'll become. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day. Thanks for watching.